Hey y'all. So today, this is day 4 after finding out I had a miscarriage. So today is going to be pretty fast. So last night it happened. I think at around I don't even know. But yeah, my God made the decision and it happened to where my baby just naturally came out. So I was washing dishes. My husband and my daughter were out enjoying Thanksgiving. Hey, Jennifer. We're out enjoying Thanksgiving, and I'm glad they weren't here when it happened. But I was washing dishes. I was having severe cramping. So I was like, okay, this is not the kind of cramp you push through. So let me sit down. Then I did sat for a little bit. The cramps started getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So I was like, okay. But then they started to feel like contractions. And mind y'all, I've had a baby before. So this is my first miscarriage, but I've had a baby. So I know what contractions feel like. So I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? Because I had no idea that this was a part of it. I just thought it was going to be really bad cramping as the doctor was talking about. But nah, these were contractions. Not even realizing I had to dilate in order for this to happen. So all of that's happening and I'm laying down. Hey y'all, thank y'all for joining. So today I'm talking about, this is day 4 after my miscarriage. So I'm talking about that. So I was laying down and just got a gush. And I was like, okay, that, whoa. And it just felt like a waterfall at that point. So I was like, oh my gosh. So I ran to the bathroom, of course. And yeah, I'm not sugarcoating nothing. I'm telling the real, the raw, this is what it is. Because there's somebody attached to it. Somebody has gone through this. Somebody needs to hear this. So I'm just going to tell you what's happening. Because like I told y'all, and I will continue to tell y'all, my testimony is somebody's freedom. So saw that I got gush and I saw blood on the bed. So I was like, oh, so I hurry up and ran to the bathroom. Mind you, my kid and my husband are not here. So that happened. I just sat on the toilet for a while. So just letting just everything come out. And I didn't know, I knew it was happening, but I didn't know that it was going to happen. So I kept feeling a few gushes and then and I cannot tell you how long I was on the toilet for. I can't tell you because I felt like I was outside of time. I have no idea how to even explain it. I couldn't tell you the time that passed. I could not. So, so I was sitting there and then another gush came. And I've cried. As y'all can see, my eyes have been puffy for the last few days. I've been doing a lot of crying. So, so yeah. Jesus. So a gush came, but this time, ooh. And it's weird to talk about. I told my husband and it was the same response. I told him yesterday when he got home. So, sorry y'all, bear with me. I'm trying to get it out. I promise I'm trying. So this gush came, and this time it was the gush. I was like, okay, this is a big gush. Something's happening. And remind y'all, I told y'all in the previous videos to where I had to make a decision. The doctor was talking about, well, you have 3 choices. You can go in for the procedure, the DNR, and have us medically remove the fetus, or you can have, you can do vaginal medication that'll help the process, or even take it orally, or you can let it happen naturally. Like I said, I wanted to go the natural route because I'm a natural mama. I just like natural stuff. I prefer that over anything. So I was like, okay. So I'm glad it happened naturally. But with it happening naturally, my biggest fear was that I was going to see my baby, that I was going to feel my baby and not be able to deal with that and just crumble. And baby, when I tell you I crumbled. I have never screamed, yelled, wailed so much in my life. I think, who was it? Hannah in the Bible. Oh my goodness. She, like, I know exactly, like, now I know exactly what it means. Like, when you're crying so much and so hard and you look so crazy that, like, somebody thinks you're drunk. Because when I say I'm so surprised, like, I live in an apartment, I'm so surprised the neighbors didn't call the police, because I was crying, wailing. I have no idea the utterances and the groans and the mutterings that were coming out of me. I have never experienced something like that before. So, like, oh my gosh. And it was just me and God. And he gave me a vision that comforted me. And mind you, this is the initial big gush that I was like, okay, something's happening. And I was like, Lord, Lord, Lord. And I don't even know what I was saying. I couldn't tell you, sis, but I know I was calling on Jesus. And he gave me a vision to where he was just holding me. And so I saw the vision and I was just like, whew. And then I began to, like, move a little bit to see, like, because I could still feel the glob. I know it's graphic. I could still feel the glob, like, half in and half out. So I was like, okay, and kind of rocked and was like, oh my gosh, it has to be the umbilical cord. Like, the umbilical cord is, like, So at that point, I was like, oh my gosh. And I didn't panic because I was with Jesus. Like, he sent his angels to minister to me. Like, I was okay. But it was like, oh my gosh, it's not over yet. Like, I thought it was over. And I was like, Jesus, what do I do? And I was like, I want my husband. Like, what do I do? Should I cut it? Should I, like, and I didn't have the courage to look down. Point blank and period. I didn't have the courage to look down and possibly see my baby's body just hanging there. Whew. So, yeah. So I was like, Lord Jesus, and I had a panic mode, and then almost a panic mode. But God was just like, and I was just like, okay, I have to pull it. I just have to pull it. I have to pull it. And God was like, you don't have to do that. So then when I tell you, I let out the most uncontrollable weep I've ever had done. I was just like, Jesus. I was like, you do it. I can't. And literally, as I'm wailing, I just felt and then I began to check again, and I didn't feel anything anymore. So it was over after that. And I can't tell you how long I sat there after, and then having to look and see my baby's body in the toilet, like, and just, I had to say my piece. I had to pray. I was like, Lord, let his body, like, thank you. I'm glad that it's happened naturally. Like, I'm glad that it's over. I feel like the hard part is over. So yeah, like I said, today was going to be pretty fast. But yeah, I just wanted to share that, just because I know somebody else has gone through that, or is, unfortunately, like, I'm not even going to speak that into existence, but yeah. So just wanted to share, y'all. So this is day 5 now that I'm in. I don't know. Whatever. But I love y'all, and I hope that this is encouraging to y'all that with God, you can make it through anything. I'm telling y'all, I am a new version of myself. I'm continuing to grow. I'm continuing to mature. I'm so excited to see what God does on the other side of this, because I know this is not for no reason. And I know that this is going to help somebody. So I'm going to continue to walk this journey and have y'all walk it with me for whoever needs it. I love you. Share this with anybody who needs to hear it, who just needs to be encouraged when you're going through a pregnancy loss, a miscarriage like I am, or just grieving a loss of something or someone that's very, very important to you. Just stay with God. Don't run from him. Stay with him. It's going to be okay. It's not okay now, and that's okay, but it's going to be. There is light here. Amidst all the darkness, there is light, and it's Jesus. Hang on to that. I love y'all, and have a good day.